Well, welcome back to God Creating Hand. Today will be a flip through on collaging with 6x4 cards. You can use 5x7. And I was inspired by an artist called Angie Bell. She has a YouTube channel called My Fairy Treasure, and she has a group page on that's called Our Magical Little Place. And that's where you post the things that you create on the Facebook channel, and everybody gets to see all the creation that they have made based on her inspiration on teaching us how to find the things that we are attracted to. So, with that being said, I would like to let you know that this was one of my great experience of learning what it is that you really like when you don't even know what you're doing. So let me zoom back in so we can get a better look at the card. I hope that's close enough. Okay, so I'll move it to the side. So I did this card September 11th, 2023 is when I was first starting to find my way through collaging. So I was using magazine cutouts, digitals that I have purchased, creating my own masterboard where you just take a whole bunch of scrap papers and you just put them all together on like a 12 by 12, and then you cut them out. You cut pieces off of that masterboard and you use it in one of your pages. So she, which is Angie, said when you first start, maybe the best way to start is start small. So use like an index card or cut out 6x4 or 5x7, and then you don't be so lost with the size versus what you about to do. But I can tell you it don't matter the size. If I had half an index card, if you would have known how long it took me to get this one card to where it is, you wouldn't believe it, because you don't know what you like and you don't know what you want to be on the paper, because something has to inspire you to get you started. So you pick a picture, you pick a picture, you pick a picture, and then the next day you was like, okay, what was I doing yesterday? And then you go from there. And so I had some, um, probably some Timu paper, because that's what that looks like to me. And I had some music paper that I probably masterboarded, and I had some. It looked like brown paper, and I know that was a masterboard. And I just cut it up and I used that, and I had made this look like a flower pot, but spinach, and it was spelt wrong, but I used it anyway, and beans, and I like this ancient sculpture there. And the paper I had was already the color for the background, so I just designed on top of it. And then I wasn't really going for vintage, because of this is could be vintage, but then this could be vintage because it's the animal in the time, but that's not where I was going. And then I used this digital because I was really using my things that I had. I was really using everything that I had in my craft room. So I was taking stuff out of magazine. I was using papers that I never used, and I was looking at words, and I would cut them out and just put them in a pile. And then one day these are what I grabbed, and this is what I got. So I was happy for my first one. Attraction, starting to listen. That's what I thought she would be doing. All right. So on day two, which was still September 11th, so obviously I was busy that day. I must have been in here all day doing that, because I remember that taking me a long time. So this one I made it as a pocket. I made this as a pocket. And this is just out of just paper. Just different papers I had. And some of them I stenciled and distressed. And I had stickers and I stamped them. I know these came out of books, different types of books. and then I inked them up, and this would be like a pocket you would put on the page, and you could make a card to stick in there. So that's what I did on September 11th. This one I did September 12th, and I really was inspired that day. I painted the sky. I got the leaves from out of the magazine. I found these words, and when I was making this, when I saw these words, I thought that would go perfect for her. And I said, one day things will work out. And just learning how to just lay things down on a collage and get the results you like. It has nothing to do with about if you like it or anybody else like. It's about what you like, not what somebody else like, I mean to say. So I like this, and I was touched, and I can see myself being her, letting you know that one day things will work out. And it does. Because God is in my life, because he's the one that make things work out for me. Even when I'm not feeling my best, I already know he's going to get me out of it. So, and I have these bugs in here, and I'm not an insect person because I'm trying to use the things that I have. And I have a lot of bugs. So since bugs are always in the wooded area around plants and flowers, I felt it was appropriate to put it in there. And I did. So I'm still using the things that I have. And these are ephemeras, but these were like already fussy cut for me, so I didn't have to fussy cut it, and I just screwed them now because they're a little harder cardboards. And you just use your stuff, and that's what I'm here to do. Use my stuff and share with you how to be creative and to be in your happy place. And it doesn't cost you nothing. Don't do like me, go and buy everything thinking you need everything and you really didn't need nothing. You could have used the stuff in your house. But I got to spend my money on something. So here's another one I did on September 13th, number 4. And I'm not into spookiness, but I had these digitals, and the ladies in the digitals was really what inspired me, and these houses was kind of spooky to me. But we have darkness in our life, so I said use it. So I had some magazines that had this sky look, and I kept that. I saw something in a magazine that looked like a moon. I distressed it, and I placed it in there as a moon. And I had a picture from out of the magazine that looks where there was water, and I cut that out and I added it, and I saw these sea whales, and I said, wow, this will go perfect on top of that water. And then I found a boat that was small enough to fit on my card, and I put it there. And I always like Asian writing. I took the liberty to make sure that I picked positive words, but right now I don't remember what this is, but I think it would have something to do with peace. If you're an Asian out there and you see that symbol, you can comment on me to tell me what it is, because I think I picked a good word. I'm praying that I did. And it says to understand and how it was built. No, to understand why and how it was built. Sorry. So I really like that. And here's another one. And this was done on September 13th. So doing this with Angie was really, really challenging. But I stuck with it, and they really let me know the stuff that I like. And I was using the things that I had to make it to what I like. Because a lot of stuff that I bought doesn't necessarily mean I like them. I thought I needed them. And really, when you don't know what you're doing, you just buy until you find out what you like. And that's what I did. So here was another picture, was a digital. I don't remember the digital who I bought it from, but it's very hard to find skin tone digitals that fits African American. So it's very hard for me to find them. So if you know anybody out there, that has skin tones for Black American or darker shade people, I would appreciate it because I like to use both. And sometimes it's really challenging to find what you're really looking for to represent you. So that's where I was with that, is finding digicals that represents me. And there was some out there, and these were some of them that I got. So there was not much ventures besides Tim Holtz. And I was looking for different stuff. So if anybody knows where I could get vintage African American, Asian people, I would love to. I would love to purchase some because I like diversity. So this was all from Dollar Tree. This was a Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. So I was trying to use up my, the stuff that I already purchased, and I really didn't care for this kind of. This is not the bling bling that I like, but I was able to make it work. So this was Best Trip, Gateway to the Afterlife. And this is how I represented that. This was like, if you can see, this was water out of a magazine, and it made me think that right here was like a eruption in the water, almost like a volcano, and she came up, and that's why I put Gateway to the Afterlife. That's just what I was seeing when I was creating the picture, because I'm into water and skies and trees. And then the stuff that I pulled out the magazine was what I was gathering. And then I was like, wow, I'm picking up and this was like seawater underneath. So you can see underneath there's fish and everything under the ocean, so kind of thing. And I was like, wow, that picture would go perfect. And it did. And it was what I like. And I thought best trip fitted from what I had. All right, here's another one. This one was a really nice one too. 917. I had a tag that said true story, and I was like, wow, that's going to fit this perfect. Then I searched for words, and these words came out of my bin that I had cut out. Don't worry, don't fret. And I had this window from Dollar Tree, and I was like, what am I going to do with this window? And this is what I came up with. I had a little girl um from a digital, and I had this, and I said, you and me together. I thought that was letting any child know that don't fret, don't worry. Even if you're in a bad place, God is with you. So you and me together, to me, means you and God are together always, no matter your circumstances. And I added more Dollar Tree stuff to here. I really enjoyed this one. Everything seems to want to tell a story. So here's another one. This was like a cardboard dolly, and I used my pencil, watercolor pencil, or I know I used a pencil. I don't know the watercolor pencil, but I used a pencil to color the body. Excuse me. And I cut out this watch out of a magazine, made my own label. This one was already a label, and I just distressed it. Cut these pictures out. The back is collage. These are from magazine. And here we are. You go, girl. All right. And this one was done on number 8. This was September 18th. And here's another one of those cardboard dolls. This was from a digital. I found this lettering because I like the font of it, the script. This is from a magazine, and I wanted to represent when you live in isolated area, you still have a place to go get the word or read or meditate. And my happy place when you need to get out and just be alone. And this is a butterfly, and I just made this as if it was the head of the butterfly. I would make use of it. It was cute. It wasn't one of my favorite, but it worked. I still like it. Okay, now this is when I was practicing with stencil and jelly printing. So I had to find a head that would fit the body, and then I found this later on and I added it, and then I used some of my Dollar Tree embellishments because you gotta use them. I was just buying stuff thinking that, oh yeah, and I'm not this kind of bling bling person, but I need to use it. I need to use my stuff. So live your life. I thought it was cute at the end because the main focus on this was use your stencil and jelly print, and that's what I did, and that's what I came up with. As you can see, I was on a roll. This one was September 21st, and this is another jelly print with a stencil, and then I highlighted on the stencil with a Stello pencil, and I added this on here, this car, the traveler, let your light shine. And then this says perfect, and I thought that would be perfect time. And I liked it. I really did. Okay, and this one was done on September 22nd. So this says beautiful day. So this is a jelly print and stencil, I'm sure. And using my stickers, rub-on stickers, cut out a picture that I had and I used it in the bike as well. This is more like a cardboard embellishment that I had and I distressed it. And there you go. And this one I really loved because I had this ephemera and it was just a pot. And I was like, what am I going to do with this big pot? What am I going to do with this big pot? And I said, okay, I'll use it on this 6x4 card and make it my focal point. And I used some rub-on stickers. I collaged in the back, then put the rub-on sticker in, and I added the pot, and I fussy cut this out of a magazine, and I added it on top of the pot, and used the bugs, and spring is in the air. Made my own label. I like it. I hope you like it. Well, this one was done on October 12th, and I really love this one because I went outside the box. This was a free digital I had got, and I belong to some newsletter, junk journal, and they always give out free printables, digitals every week, and this cup was one, and it was around Halloween, as I'm not a celebrator for Halloween, but I do like the coffee during Halloween, pumpkin spice and everything nice. So I fussy cut the top off, and then I pumpkin spice added one of my digital ladies, and I put a chain on it and made it as a pocket to disguise her. And this is jelly print in the back. And I loved it. I really loved it. And that was probably the last one, because this one, I don't have the date on it. So I don't remember if this was day 13 or I don't know, 14. And these are Tim Holtz ephemeras. And I've collaged the back with paper, distressed it, cut out these flowers. And I found this, I had a picture of a key, the number 2, and the word freedom. So, key to freedom. I really, really thought that was the way out, to have the key to freedom. We all should have the key to freedom. No one should be bound. So, I hope you enjoy my flip through from last year that inspired me to do focal point collaging in a small version. So when I want to add it in one of my junk journal media books, I can actually use these as the actual focal point and then build off of this card and grow the book into something more. And that was how she was teaching it. Start small, and then you get to learn what you like and what to do and what you don't like to do. And it's no wrong or no right or wrong. So I hope you enjoy. Give me a comment on what you think, and I look forward to any of your suggestions that you would like me to do. And also, have a blessed day, and welcome back to God Created Hands.